Hello. So I want to continue a little bit on the Arcane storyboarding. So I put some new frames with some different style. One is close up of a POV point of view, someone holding the chair for blocking the door. Then a middle shot with the negative space here, blocked space. So as I mm, show on the framed ink book, you can save some space by blocking it with a negative space or some kind of wall or tree or character or whatever. Then here we have a shot of three characters running with the different space between the character to give some depth and dynamism. Then we have this shot with from bottom to top with the characters running towards the camera. Bottom left, here we have the guards looking down in the street from the bridge. So this is top to bottom. Here we have both negative space with the circle that leads into the tube by which they will escape, and we have characters in the frame, the round frame created by the negative space. So this is interesting for readability or flow and dynamism of composition. Then here we have a fighting scene with the dynamic view from behind the character that gets speed up and fall to the ground towards the camera angle. And here we have a detailed close-up on the hand of one of the character that grabs some sand to throw in the eye of the opponent. And so we're gonna start with the the top left. So I did two videos so far, and so let's start, and then I'll keep talking. So we go broadly for the storyboard. So this is the arm. It's a little bit funny, but I won't do it exactly the same way. I want to make it a bit smoother line. So I did the first session, which got quite a lot of views, and then second session didn't get many views. So depending on how well this video does, I might shift to other anime and stuff to just give myself some more variety. So I might choose to use some Akira Kurosawa, The Seven Samurai, for example. I've already looked at the frames of this movie because every frame is amazing in this movie. So I thought, yeah, I love this movie a lot. It's a classic and it has amazing cinematography. So why not continue this storyboard study with a movie that I like and that I will also enjoy doing, and it will bring another kind of angle, and maybe get more attraction for views from people. I will continue to do maybe some Arcane. I do enjoy it, but if I do 10 episodes with about 3, 4, 5 sessions per episode, it will take forever, and so I might not do everything. I don't do exactly the same, but try to stay a bit close to just study the basic storyboard visual language of each frame. So here we have 3, 1 in the center. So the chair is a little bit leaning backwards. Looks pretty thick. And here, somewhere here, there is a few elements within the spaces of the chair, some stuff from the door. So here we have the knob. See, for this kind of line, you use your wrist. You just let your wrist slide in a circular shape, not exactly circle, but circular. So as usual with these sessions, I will not focus on details. The point is just to do storyboarding, so to get the main idea on the frame. So let's put some values. So continue with the same method. First, some middle ground filling. I might do one session to go back onto some of the storyboards and just try to do some illustration based on the storyboards done previously. And it might not be exactly to look like Arcane, not maybe even change characters, some details, just to base of a storyboard. You can go many directions. You can change the setting or the faces and so on. So we'll see. Keep it fun, keep it we have some darker spaces. And here also. Let's keep it. Mm. I put some videos about some books to study storyboards. It's called The Framed Ink by Marcos Mateu Mestre. It's a really useful book. I recommend it to have it in your bookshelf and use it, especially more than owning it, but especially for using it to study, to progress. It's a very well-known book. Many people do videos on it on YouTube, but nonetheless, it's a good book to have, and to study, to understand cinematography and all the various types of shots. Maybe a little bit of highlight, but not much. This is not necessarily exactly the same, but I like to just for my own yeah. I did the chair a little bit too wide, but it's okay. Okay, let's move on to the next. So second frame, we have a negative space, which goes almost at the middle. And so we have some kind of a door and a wall with some patterns here. So we do some of the patterns so we understand the surface, the fact that the surface is not flat like the rest of it, but is another surface, not the same. Whatever, you know, some thing like that. Here we have another cut for the opposite wall, the opposite frame of the door. So this is the frame of the door here, and through it we see a window. It goes about, yeah, it's pretty big. And let's go here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. I did the one too much, I think. Okay. This even not necessary for the storyboard, but keep it, yeah, getting the main element is more important. So we have the character looking in the frame of the door. She's holding something. Then we have the table nearby. So we have overlapping, you know, to make sure we understand how the character is positioned properly and not just very here, like for example. So we need to put the character in front of the table so it's very clear, the elements with each other. So we have some kind of, I don't see perfectly the thumbnails are a little bit small, but should be okay to do the storyboard. Let me know if you do some storyboard yourself. If I get some comment, it will also help to understand the demand for this kind of video. I started a lot with art books, the channel. I enjoy also sharing about art books, but I'd like to make this channel also about drawing and focusing on exercises and like practical opportunities for drawing. There's an angle. Kind of weird here, the elements. I'm not sure I get the there's another stool underneath, maybe? Not sure. There are also some of those tools like that with another one on the bottom sometime. So here we have the place of the bed. We have a book. Bed is open. Some pillows. See a little bit of mild storytelling about how the person living in the apartment tends to, read on his bed and use the cushion to sit against the wall by the window or something like that. So this is some things you can think about when you do your environments. So we're gonna go a little bit simple and make it strong middle ground. So the middle ground here can be a tiny bit darker, and then we will bring some light. So we have the wall here, we have another wall here, then we do lighter color for the room indoor. That will be reworked also here, tiny bit lighter. No, actually it's not it's actually a little bit darker. So we have the bed that is a bit lighter color. Then we have some shadow, but we don't want to spend too much time. The character is a bit darker. So usually you use lighter and darker colors to separate the elements. So the character here has a darker tone than the background. Even the face. Here we have underneath here. Okay, here we have some, how you call, maybe ambient shadow or something on the wall. Then we can bring the strong window here, some light, and then some highlight to make the character pop out. And then we have a little bit of highlight on the stool. On the book, and a little bit on some of the sheets. And we can enhance the contrast with some strong dark to frame we frame it better. And here also. And that's A little bit darker here. All right, let's move on. So this is the chase here. So we have one big see, if you keep it simple, you know. A little bit higher, like this. Okay. Then we have very dynamic pose for this guy. His boot is even going behind. So so his neck is somewhere here, but very and the hat. And his shoulder here. It's kind of weird position, but so they want to really push it. Yeah, so they have this kind of short jacket. Okay, we keep it to the point. No need to go further for this. And the third guy, so we try to position accordingly. So his head is a little bit stretched. He also has a shoulder in the front. A little bit less extreme position. Yeah, his legs are less stretched out also. Still running pretty hastily. So we have the three characters. Then we need a little bit. Oh, we got the leg here of this guy. So it's a little bit. Yeah, here the leg is going maybe like this, and here this is the leg of the guy behind. It look like more like something like that. Yeah, going back here. And here this guy leg is going all the way more in line with the leg bone. Okay, maybe going in that direction like this. So we got a frame here, stopping here with the wall. We have a character. This is a very dynamic moment that I did the screen cap, so this is not necessarily the best framing for the character in the background. You could put it here, for example, but also if you put it here, it's also okay to see that they are behind this character, but it also looks like he punches her a little bit. We get that it's not in the same level, but at the same time it does suggest something, so it's not ideal. So you could push that character further back if you want to do a still image. You could put her here. Also, for me, I would let's do something different just to show an example. So if it was a still frame and we don't have to worry about the moving background, we could put her like this, same area, but she's looking like oh my god, like she's stepping out of the zone. So still some NPC, some PNG that is like like reacting to the situation. And she might be a little bit like surprised or something. What's going on, something. So we have this wall here, this. And she's walking alongside the wall here. Here we have some windows, wall or windows, something. And here some frame, door frame. All right, let's put some tone. So we have a pretty strong contrast here to make it foreground. Strong contrast for the foreground. Then we're gonna switch a bit for certain elements of the character, but okay. This is not the best way to work. I did something not cool, because now if I want to do the background, it will interact with what I put first. But we're gonna not worry too much. We go for middle ground. Then we bring back some darker value for the middle ground character. So you can use like that simple values for your storyboarding to have an idea of how it will be when you want to draw it properly. So they pop out of the background now. And they have some highlights. We see here on the leg and knee and arm, shoulder plate, the face here, the hat a little bit, another shoulder plate shining, and on the background character it's less visible, but we can still put a little bit. And here we can even make it shiner, because the contrast has to be sharper for the character in the foreground. Here you see you have the highlight on the hand and some other highlights. There is a Clip Studio Paint contest going on now. If you're interested, it's about cat illustration. I'm gonna try to do something for it, but I will post the videos. If I record, I will put after the contest is over. All right, let's move on. So now we are on the bottom to top. We have two main lines. We have this and this. So there's a little bit of bottom top perspective going on for dramatic effect. And here the wall is also going down. This is a little bit Assassin's Creed vibes, and this comes around here. We have a funky this is coming up, and this is, so we need to get see like that, something like that. So he has a hand on the he has been sliding, so we get the shoulder here like this, the hips, here the leg is going forward and back, here the feet, and the leg here is going also forward, kind of. So his belly here is very flexible kind of pose, a little bit Disney Pixar style. And he's having fun running away like that. Maybe some hair movement towards the back with the speed. My friend, my Disney friend, he said that you can use the hair, the clothes, to bring the sense of movement. So given he's going in that direction and the wind effect will go in the opposite, so you can put the, you know, the air going back, the shirt going back. Yeah, some kind of knee plate or something. And the shoes kind of going back up. Here we have the stairs, so they also have some perspective, so they get bigger as we move towards the, here it's not good here, like this. And so they get, I do it a little bit too much, but for the frames here I won't be doing all the details. Okay, we get some basic here we have some kind of electrical system box with some cables running. We have a tree behind the character here. We have a cloud also. The clouds go there. She's a little bit less confident, her little girl running away. She's maybe her first time doing this, so she's a little bit panicked a little bit. And she runs a little bit like she has her hand posture is a little bit funny. The hair movement is minimal here. We have the ball in the background, something from the landscape, the buildings. We have some rooftops, and we have another character running very strongly, like tank running. And he's partly hidden by the stairs as he's running. And we have some roof going on. I didn't get the frame exactly right, but it's alright. We have some clouds. Put a bird. Maybe you could add some bird flying away, you know, like that they kind of panic with the fly away, you know. And my personal touch. Okay, next you can add some toning. So let's do properly this time. First the middle ground. And we have the staircase is lighter and popping out quite a bit. We have the stairs, they have some highlights, so let's put here some highlights on the railing. Here some of the stepping stones of the stairs. They have mild it's thinner actually, but it's just to get the idea. We have the sky box. How do you say skybox? A little bit too bright, but it's okay. And then we put the clouds very, very white. So we have the character popping out here, and here also. Here will pop out well. Thanks to the clouds. The tree is quite darker. Here we have this is darker. We want to make it darker so the character running pops out. Let's see. See there, so there is clear overlapping. I mean, like this is going in front. So you always try to make the image quite clear to read using the contrast, the composition. Here you have her hair popping out, the bracelet, her shirt. Here the guy has his jacket. And in the back here we have a stronger wall, stronger value. Until here. And here like this. And there is some maybe we say ambient shadow here. Ambient shadow here. All right, the tree here a little bit and the birds. All right, so we get the stronger value contrast. We get the shoe here in front of the cloud, the knee plate in front of the cloud. We get the dark hair, we can make it darker in front of the tree. Here we get her hair in front of the sky, the shirt, the pantalon is darker, the shoes also darker. Here we have the jacket is darker. And here we have a little bit, yeah, we have some shade here. Yeah. And all right. So you see this storyboard is nothing amazing. Technically I didn't go in very far, but it's from the good composition from Arcane. So it has the dynamic, the perspective going on, the flow. Let's put some lines to explain. So we have here this flow. you know. It's going like this, and we follow the characters all coming like this to go down towards here, and we get this area of interest with the ramp, also the railing. So this is the, you could say this is the dynamic of the image here. It's going in that direction, you know. So this is from the visualization and thinking about the angle. So they chose a not over the top crazy dramatic angle, but still a little bit of looking up, like we could be a character here, and our eyes would look at what's going on, you know, looking up. All right, so so we have here bottom left. So this is the two guys. See, you can really go make it quite simple if you like. Depending on your drawing level, you can also simplify. The angle is going a little bit up with the I call it everything railing now, but you get right the bridge guardrail. So we have another character here. His hand is put here. So it's a little bit backward like this and going back forward as he's leaning forward. Here you have his neck and his head looking down. Something, you know. Not exactly the same, but they are really upset. You see the shoulders are very high. So then we have some perspective going on with the road, the path, the walkway, pedestrian road. Here is going all the way here, and here like that. Well, a little bit less, but let's do it like something like that. Here we want to get some. Here there is another street. A little bit more dramatic here, like that. Here we have this wall, the window here, and the wall, yes, is at this level here, and we got the sign. And another little possible street, ruelle. So we got some plants, some stuff growing here from a plant. Something. We have characters. One walking here. Here we got them running. And another guy is about here. There is some pattern. I don't see all the details. There's some more stuff going on there. There's something there, I don't know exactly. It's small, the thumbnail is pretty small. So this kind of tree zone, there is this wall, and slowly it becomes lighter. Yeah, kind of like that. We want to work with the broad areas. So this is the light hitting the ground mostly, and a little bit here the walls also. So we have some strong light going on there. And then we have the strong shadow covering this area and going make our character also pop out. So we have some of the light and dark here for the characters, and here on the opposite we have this police guy who has some highlight on his head, neck, shoulders, and a little bit his back. And here also. But yeah. And we have a railing. Some of the railing. I don't get much comment on the videos, so I don't know sometimes like what you guys want from the channel. I will be happy to get some feedback from people who are interested to share what they appreciate or what they hope. And YouTube is a weird animal, you know. You post something and you get a lot of views, then you post something similar, you get almost no views. So it's kind of weird to know what works, what doesn't work so well. So next one, this is a nice one I like. We have the kind of like and And this must be some kind of, I don't know, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. This thing could be a plaque, or the bottom think is maybe some kind of like this, so the angle is not completely like this, more like this, and the characters, they are, yeah, looking down, something like that. So there is a slight, let's keep it simple. So we have the guy, not exactly clear about the, let's check. Yeah, it's just the arm, normal. Fit on screen. All right. So he has here he has his arm over his leg and like this. Something like that. And he has this, so going down like that. Down. A little bit worried to go down this drainage system. We get some highlight here and here in his hair. Here we have some kind of thing around the arm. Here he has his bandage. Then in the background we have big guy. Very blocky character. They all have some funky clothes. I have a hard time with designing cool clothing and stuff. And we have big sister in the back somewhere here. She's looking down. We got some foreshortening. She got a bag or something here. Lot of stuff going on. Bag. I think I did the head a bit too big. Let's see if we can make it smaller. Oh my god. Well, let's see. Select, deselect. Yeah, it's a bit better. Because it's going like this. This part is like this kind of perspective. You know, so the head is there, body is there. You know. Right. So we got the basic stuff. We need some of the feeling of going into the tube. So we have some lines, some gooey or some dirty shit. And now let's do some colors. So we still continue with the middle ground. I mean middle, it's like mid-tone for the base, and then we can go darker and more lighter. So we get the basic structure. Here also pretty. Here we have some light on this side, because the light is around this guy, so it goes a little bit in there, I think also. So we have also some atmospheric shadow going on here. Then we will bring some highlights on this side of the rim. Yeah, it's something like that. What's going on? That brush is cool, but a little bit weird sometimes. Want to make sure we get the darks right on the edges of the image, especially. Then we can add a little bit of lighter value here. Just the beginning here also. And now some lighter tone. Now we're gonna do the main character. A little bit darker. Then we can finish up after with some highlights on the character. Yeah, these guys. Yeah. So here we get some contrast with the face, and she has her arm here. Here we get the belly of the guy. Here also. And then okay, what's wrong with this? And darker value. So we put the darks, and then after we will have the highlights. No, too bright. Sorry guys. We still got some gooey there, it's like a little bit of dirt going on. And we go for the final highlights to have some like this. So we have here, here, here. See, it really make a difference when you put some of the highlights. And also here. Yeah, and that's, yeah, we can push a little bit more if we want to. Here maybe shoulder plate. We could put some here also, but it's more for the popping out of the character on one side, so sometimes you leave some stuff in the dark also is good. All right, so we have the highlight going on, we have the rim and the negative space here. It makes a frame, a round frame where we put our characters, and the frame makes sense because it's the tube where they're gonna go. So this is both storytelling and everything. We have two more, so let's do it. So next one, let's commit. Let's not drop out of this journey. So we have kind of thing going on. Let's keep it around there. So we have the face. I push it a little bit. I'm making fun of the poor guy. Where he looked for trouble, so he got trouble. Let's push it even further. Well, all right, he got his punch. Well, this is a bit of my interpretation of it, but it's okay. Hair flying. Then we have the shoulder here, arm here. Is here, body going this way, shoulder in the background, a little bit sketchy arm. Well, a little bit weird. It's very short frame, so it might be a little bit blurred by the I put a shoe here. I don't know if it's there, but for me it kind of makes sense here. So we got she's, yeah, didn't do like proper. It's more like here. And even higher, but it's a bit different. My composition is a little bit different. You can work with lines and with to get the sense of positioning, you know. I don't remember exactly how she punches him, if it's with a tool or I don't remember exactly. But she went full power. And it's kind of blurry too there. There's some kind of blur effect going on, like dust or some shit. Then we got the guy in the background and another guy a little bit forward. Well, it's very thick. The guy is really a closet. And the guy is a little bit looking down. With his shoulder plate here. We saw him just before on the previous page. Storyboard. Yeah, he got his stuff here. He's lagging or some shit. Sorry for my English. In English they say excuse my French, but I'm French and I curse in English, so here we have some structures. Window something. It's basic frame, you know. Most of the time you don't need to go overkill with backgrounds. You just give some impression of something going on and let people feel the rest. Okay, let's do some tones. Mid-tone, big. And then we have a last frame, the close-up on the hand, and we are done. And we'll see where we go from there after. So we're gonna work on the background first. Keep the rules clear. Then come a little bit closer where we have a strong contrast for this part. It's not exactly the same placement, but here also we have some make up some stuff. It's not exactly like that, I think. Yeah, I think it's not the same, but if I want to keep it a little bit close to the model, we're gonna try to keep some similarities. Right, and here we have some clouds. They are a little bit darker than the sky, and then there is some highlights on the edges, on the towards the light. So we'll finish with this later on. Go back to the darker value. Is, I don't know, some kind of jacket going on. And clothes here. Then we get the skin is a little bit softer, or I don't know, value is lighter. I put the end, it's not exactly the same, because there's a lot of like mess going on with the flow of the movement, so it's a little bit messy. And his hair, there is both lighter and darker. Yes, the eye a little bit in the shadow, and part of his face is also in the shadow of his hair, and kind of shadow of his hair. The nose also a little bit here, like that, and here below the hair, and here around the neck. Alright, and let's go for this value for his arm. Well, this is a bit different, but let's go for that. Maybe a little bit lighter for the fingers. They may be exposed to the light a bit, so we can put like that. And here let's do some basic colors for the characters first, and we work from there. So they're a little bit lighter, they are closer to the light source and higher. Here the t-shirt also. Here also t-shirt. And face a little bit. Here his t-shirt is white also. And then they have darker values for the legs. All of them they have dark paint stuff. Yeah. And now we finish with some strong highlight, sharper. So we have the clouds here. This is storyboard, so I don't try to do too good, but you get the sense of lights on the clouds. Right. And then maybe on the hair here, a little bit, not too much, just something like that. All right. And I want to make yeah. Yeah, that's all right. All right. No, this one, and two more, and we're done. I mean, one more drawing. So this is this one, the hand. So this one also different. So I try to have different composition. So go back to crayon. So we have the hand is around here. So it's going like this, thicker, and this, and like this. So the hand is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, and this is going in the sand. There is blood on the knuckles. So it's thick. This is the chubby guy, so he has strong hands. So this is going into the sand. Yeah. Here is the first. It's kind of very angry and determined. They don't use the same effect like I do simple for storyboard. Here we have the last one is a little bit hidden. We can put some here is the area for the blood, and here also a little bit, here, 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 here. All right, so this is a simple composition with just one hand, but we want to treat it like a proper subject. So we have a little bit darker. Yes, you see. Oh, there is the hand also in the background. I'm gonna do it, not forget it. We have some shadow also behind the arm, forearm. And a little bit of mess. So let's go back to the sketch and do we see a little bit of a thumb and finger. They didn't try too hard on the finger there, just to indicate the other end. Now we go back, soft round, paint, soft round, okay. And the hand is lighter value. Right, and here also fingers in the back. Now we want to put the arm is darker than this. It's very broad, huh? We work and we have some strong shadows behind the fingers. Completely no light going below the hand here. So, okay. Here a little bit too, so I think we can. Okay. And the blood, we have a higher value. All right, maybe some shade on the meat of the fingers. Here also. And yeah. Yeah. All right. And we can add some particles for sand. Let's try something funky, see if it works. For the sand, you know, the sand effect. All right. And we are done for today. So if you're one of those who watched the video on storyboard, if you can let me know if you want me to continue with the Arcane, if you want me to do something else. I will just look at how many views this video get. I will post it on the weekend, see how it goes. I could continue with Arcane. It's nice to be steady, to continue with one thing. I will think about it and see, but I still have quite a few frames if I want just to finish the first episode. I still have maybe 2 or 3 sessions to go to finish the first episode. So for me, it's not a waste of time, but like filming it, putting it on YouTube. Is it really necessary if the views are not there? Who knows? Some people, they say like sometime a video will break through years later. So who knows? I could still leave the video and leave it there for people to see whenever the conditions are right for them. All right. So thanks for watching. If you watch the whole thing or even just some of it, it's okay. And you can use this kind of video as an example of how you can use something you like, a movie, an anime, something, and you work on doing the storyboard and studying and to progress, to learn, and this can be become part of your journey of building your skills. Okay, have a good day, see you later.